Good morning. I'm Dr. Gregg Pizzi, psychologist, relationship therapist, and board certified sex therapist. Welcome to PizziPSYC. Today is Thursday, August 27th, 2020 at 9:32 Eastern Daylight Time. This is my 10th live stream, which occurs on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings around 9:30 a.m. Sometime in the morning, and I do appreciate your participation and attendance. Today we will be talking about why everything is your fault. Why everything that happens to you is your fault. And we're going to talk about that today. I'm sure you have a lot of questions about that. That doesn't really sound very kosher or very nice to a lot of people. However, I'm going to explain to you why looking at life as if everything that happens to you is your fault is the key to peace, happiness, success, both in your personal life, your professional life, and your relationships. Why everything that happens is your fault, coming up next. Then followed by my relationship tip and free gift, which I'll explain to you guys in a little bit. I'm giving you something away that I find very helpful for those who are in a relationship, and I'll explain that when we get there. Followed by our gratitude moment and affirmation as a way of ending our episode on a positive note, which I like to try to do every time we meet together. Please like and follow my channel, PizziPSYC, and also on YouTube by the same name. I appreciate all of your support. Please like and comment below if you have any questions, and I will be asking you to participate in the conversation later on. In the news, the feeling of love is the highest frequency that you can emit. Did you know that? The feeling of love is the highest frequency that we can emit, this vibration. The greater the love you feel and transmit, the greater the power you're harnessing. Love is truly the way to anything that you want. Now, is it selfish to want anything that you want? Depends on your version or definition of selfish. I truly believe that as human beings, we are charged with the responsibility of focusing on ourselves. If each of us focuses on ourselves and what makes us tick, what makes us well, taking care of our physical and emotional well-being at all times, then we're better able to be there for others when they need us. But people often have it the other way around, try to do everything for everyone around them, and people pleasing, and get lost with regard to who they are. So that's why focusing on yourself and how you feel is the most powerful thing you can do. You've heard on the airplane, every time you are getting ready to take off, what does the flight attendant say? What does the flight attendant tell you? This is a great example. Put your own mask on first in case of an emergency. Put on your own oxygen mask first before assisting others. Okay? Some of the great thinkers of the past referred to the law of attraction as the law of love. If you think about it, you'll understand why. If you think unkind thoughts about somebody else, you're going to experience those unkind thoughts manifested for yourself. When we wish ill upon someone else, or when we think something critical about somebody else, we're the one that ends up feeling bad, not them. So when we focus on love, giving love, thinking love, and feeling love, we're helping ourselves and we're helping those around us by putting us into a better place. You cannot harm another person with your thoughts. You only harm you. So if your predominant state of mind is love, the law of attraction or the law of love responds with the mightiest force because you're on the highest frequency possible. The greater the love you feel and emit, the greater the power you are harnessing. On to our main topic of the day. Everything that happens to you is your fault. Now, I'm going to put my polling question up, and that is, what's your tendency when good things happen to you? What do you tend to do? What's your response when good things happen to you in your life? And the answers are, do you tend to take responsibility and give yourself credit for the good things that happen? Or do you blame outside circumstances? Oh, well, I was lucky. That's because I had a lot of help. Or do you tend to kind of, own that? Or neither? So, please answer the question in the comments below. Then I'll move on to my next question. So coming back to this idea that everything happens is our own fault, you have the power to change anything because you are the one who chooses your thoughts and you are the one who feels your feelings. The moments that we experience, the feelings that we have, and the thoughts that we carry in our mind are completely under our control. When we take on the idea that everything that happens to us is our fault, it might sound negative, or it might at first sound a little self-defeating or even depressing. But when you go deeper into it and you listen to what I'm talking about here, what I'm saying is that not only do we have the accountability and ability to change what's going on from one moment to the next, so that if something happens to us that's good, we did it. We brought it to us through our thoughts and our actions by putting ourselves in that position. Does that mean that when something sucky happens that it's also our fault? I think so. Yeah. Now, is that going to depress me, or is that going to get me down and blame myself and feel like crap for the rest of my life because I brought something painful or negative to me? No, in fact, it's quite the opposite. By blaming myself for everything that goes on around me, it gives me the realization and the freedom to know that that means that I can change it. If there's anything in my life that I don't like, whatever it is, it's a situation with my physical health, my neighbors, maybe I don't like my neighbors, which is not the case here, but just as a hypothetical example. If I'm not happy with my job, I'm not a victim of circumstance. I can change things. I can change the way I perceive things. I can change the way I respond to things. I can simply just change my surroundings. And I can also change the way I process it inside. So by saying I have the complete fault, or that it's my fault, what happens to me, I'm taking ownership and creating my life. Charles Hanel said, he lived from 1855 to 1949. Charles Hanel said, remember, and this is one of the most difficult as well as most wonderful statements to grasp. Remember that no matter what the difficulty is, no matter where it is, no matter who is affected, you have no patient but yourself. You have nothing to do but convince yourself of the truth which you desire to see manifested. I think that's so beautiful and powerful, that no matter what's going on around us, our only problem that we need to focus on is us. Whatever it is, whatever outcome we want to see, it's our doing to create that, nobody else's. So I think that's so beautiful, and I'm looking forward to your answers to the questions that I have in the poll. Good morning, Lena. Good morning. Do you tend to blame yourself when good things go on in your life, or do you tend to blame outside of circumstances? Most people tend to, oh God, let me see if I can get this right. I haven't heard this in a while, but in graduate school for psychology, as part of social psychology, we learned that people have a tendency to There's external locus of control and there's internal locus of control. I think people tend to underestimate their own doing when it comes to negative circumstances, and they overestimate their own doing, their part of it, when it's something good that happens. So I think that it's people have a tendency to blame some external circumstance when things go wrong. Oh, it was the weather, or oh, my car broke down. Oh, well, I didn't have a good day at work today because I had this annoying coworker in the cube next to me that wouldn't stop yapping on the phone, or she was texting all day long, so it was distracting. But then when things that happen are good, when things go well, as human beings, we have a tendency to overblame ourselves. So in that case, okay, now it's not the surroundings. Now it's me, okay? Oh, you did so great on that project. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm just so good at this. Or I'm so gifted. As opposed to, oh, well, maybe you had a lot of extra help, or maybe it was something about your surroundings. So, as human beings, we have a tendency to focus where we find it most convenient. But in the end, we can choose where we focus our attention. Do you tend to blame others or external events for things going well, or do you tend to blame yourself? Next question. What's your tendency when bad things happen to you? What do you tend to do when bad things happen to you? Do you tend to blame yourself, or do you try to figure out what happened outside of yourself to cause what, that may have caused what happened? Okay. So, in finalizing this issue of taking blame, we are each creating our lives through our thoughts and feelings. So you cannot hold yourself responsible for someone else's happiness. It's impossible for you to be responsible for anybody else other than yourself, because you cannot jump inside someone else and think and feel for them. Focus on your joy and be an inspiration to everyone around you. All right. Leaner, good morning again. Thank you for your participation. You tend to blame yourself. You blame yourself if something goes right, or you blame yourself if something goes wrong. I don't think I saw the specific question come up, but that's always something that we kind of do, is we change depending on the circumstance. But I look forward to everybody sharing in there. Oh, okay. So you blame yourself if something goes wrong. All right. I think a lot of people do that. We have that tendency, but we also have to blame ourselves when things go great. We have to remember that we're attracting what happens to us and around us all the time. We attract through our words. We attract through our focus. We attract through the things we say to people. We attract our own reality and create it day in and day out, whether we know it or not. Most of it's unconscious. So what I'm trying to help you guys do is to become aware and conscious of the things that you're doing to create your own situations, good and bad, even though I don't really believe in good or bad, but you say pleasant and unpleasant, we're all creating it every moment. So focus on it, own it, and make it go the way you want it to go. Moving on to the daily relationship and sex tip. This is taken from the daily teachings of The Secret, which is about the law of attraction. When you do not treat yourself the same way you expect others to treat you, you can never change the way things are. When you do not treat yourself the same way you expect others to treat you, you can never change the way things are. So for your free gift, which I'm offering you guys, is my relationship report card to evaluate the health of your current relationship. send me a message by going to my website, which is at www.PizziPSYC.com. If you go to my website and scroll to the bottom, there's a blue button that says Message Us. Send me your email in there, and I'll send you my free relationship report card. And then when you send me back your answers, I'll score it for you and give you my feedback. That's my gift to you in appreciation for your support. Our gratitude moment for the day. I'm grateful for the ability to choose my experiences from one moment to the next throughout the day. Through the power of my thoughts and improving my selective attention skills, I get to control what happens for me. For this I am grateful, and I appreciate my own ability to choose and create my reality day to day. On our next episode, we're going to talk about how to be a better person after cheating. How to become a better person, a better partner, a better spouse, a better boyfriend or girlfriend after cheating. We're all human, and despite our efforts to do as best we can in life, which I do believe we all are, giving it our best shot on this planet, things happen. We make mistakes. We hurt people without meaning to. So we're going to talk about second chances, not second chances, I don't even like that term either, but always improving on ourselves, always being better, always trying to become a better person, a better partner, a better family member. And we're going to talk about how you can do that, how to improve, how to become a better person after cheating. That's on next time. Now moving on in getting to the end of our session, our affirmation for the day. This is a affirmation tip, a guidance that I'd like you to think about as a way that you can create intentionally the type of day that you want to be having. Every night before you go to sleep, give sincere thanks for the day. Then intend your next day to be joyous, effortless, and wonderful. Then on waking in the morning, confirm your intention that your day is going to be magnificent. As you are creating every one of your days, if you don't intend your day in advance, then you're handing it over to the whims and the energies of mass consciousness. Don't put your day in the hands of others. Create your own magnificent day. Thank you for your support. Please like and support my channel, PizziPSYC, here on Facebook as well as on YouTube. I'm Dr. Gregg Pizzi. I am a psychologist, relationship therapist, and board-certified sex therapist based in Miami, Florida. I appreciate your support and wish you a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody.